Excuse me, I didn't want any sauce with my fries.
Did you say that when you ordered?
Yes?
Well, then it's not your fucking order, is it?
Does this make sense? I think you can tell how liberal a city is based on how ugly their openly gay people are. You know what I mean? Like, New York's pretty liberal. LGBTQ walking around. You know what I mean? It's great. There's no homophobia in New York. That's amazing. It means anyone can come out. It also means anyone can come out. There's all these swamp monsters like, I'm gay! And I'm like, I consider whatever you do a sin, honestly. Like, you gotta be hot to come out in rural America, like conservative America. Yeah. Like, you gotta be so hot, my farmer uncle looks you up and down, and he's like, I guess God don't make mistakes.
As a guy in Iowa got curious, why do the birds start chirping an hour before sunrise? He found out that chirping of the birds is a frequency that helps open up the plant cell stomata on the bottom of the leaf, and it lets the plant start breathing in the morning. It helps us the alarm clock or wakes the plant up. He found out that frequency is found in classical music quite a bit. So he started playing classical music to his cornfields. His neighbors thought he's a couple fries short of a Happy Meal, but until his corn grew 15 feet tall. And they said, what channel was that you're playing? When he played the music to his squash plants, they produced 5 squash per leaf instead of 1. He played it to his black walnut tree and it grew twice as fast as normal, called Sonic Bloom. It's a combination of vitamins for the plant and special frequencies to open up the stomata.
Crazy how oddly similar this show's Severance is to the prison planet. But basically the fundamentals of the prison planet are this. Earth is a prison where humans are being farmed. What is being farmed is your energy, specifically your negative energy, which is called loosh. In the same way that we consume the energy of plants and animals, that we can sustain life, the prison planet theory states that there are interdimensional beings outside of us that need our energy to sustain their life. What's crazy is throughout history, there are many people that believe this. You could look at Gnostic Christianity, certain sects within Hinduism, Buddhism. What's crazier though is that there's modern astral projectors, mediums, psychics, different people who have also confirmed that this is a prison planet. People who have had out-of-body experiences that say this is a prison planet. There was a book that I read that came from the Roswell incident where basically it was this suppressed information. There were aliens that were captured. They would speak to people telepathically, and some of the things they told them was how this planet is a prison planet, that reincarnation is a trap to keep you to come back so that it can farm your loosh. The whole premise is essentially that existence is programmed to suck, because that negative energy creates loosh, and that's what they are here to farm. That's why everything seems like it's programmed to suck for most of us. So what does it have to do with Severance? Well, first and foremost, you can look at the elevator. When he descends down, his brain is severed and he turns into his innie mind, where he loses all memories of the outie. This is reincarnation. This is descending down into this realm. So in the show, they're all working for Lumen Industries, which represents these kind of controlling factions of the prison planet. One name that people have said in the past, I believe it's the Gnostics, they call it the Archons, these aliens that are kind of monitoring the prison.
is that?
Cleo, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, damn cats.
Did you hear what's going on in the San Francisco Unified School District? They are dropping all standards to make sure everybody feels good. It's called grading for equity. So basically, if you get a B, that is now an A. An A can equal 80%. They don't even grade the tests anymore. When it comes to finals time, you can retake them and retake them. We are lowering the standards in every aspect. The good news is that a lot of people spoke up. Yes, they got crushed on social media, but even some Democrat politicians in the crazy state of California came and said, this is going a little bit too far. The lesson I take from it is, everybody out there, when you don't like what's going on in your school district or in your town, you have to speak up. Like, you gotta put big mouths like us. There's no more excuses for living in fear, because now they've actually scaled this back and put these attempted changes on hold, right? So don't we have to keep being loudmouth?
There that the Trumps are actually time travelers. And it all starts with Nikola Tesla. When Tesla died in 1943, he had over 80 trunks full of secret inventions, scientific papers, and wild futuristic ideas. The US government rushed to secure his belongings. But guess who they sent to examine all of it? Trumpin, MIT physicist, and Donald Trump's uncle. Now here's where it gets strange. Some believe that John G. Trump didn't just inspect Tesla's work, he took some of it. And among Tesla's claims, he supposedly figured out how to manipulate time. So the theory goes, Trump used Tesla's ideas to create a time machine, which the Trump family may have used. Fast forward to another weird piece of the puzzle, a book from 1893 called Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey. The main character, a boy named Baron Trump who discovers portals and travels through time. The coincidences are wild same last name, same spelling of Baron, and themes of time travel and alternate dimensions. Add all this up, and some people believe that Trumps have been bending time for generations. Is it real? Who knows? But it definitely makes you wonder,
Probably. The idea behind the simulation theory is that none of this is real, and what we're actually experiencing is a kind of computer-generated simulation. And before you jump to the conclusion that there's no way you would fall for a simulation, your brain doesn't see, doesn't move, doesn't feel. You have body parts that collect that data sensory, which your brain then translates so that you can have an experience. Even though this technology is kind of crude, it doesn't take much to trick your senses into thinking that you're about to fall, for example. People like to put the odds at about 50-50, because we can't prove that it's true just as much as we can't prove that it's not. It could explain a couple of things, like the arbitrary speed limit of the universe, which is the speed of light, but also maybe the Mandela effect, which is a collective false memory, named after Nelson Mandela, who for some reason a lot of people thought was dead for decades. Some other examples are Looney Tunes, Pikachu, and I don't care what you say, I still call it Jiffy. Solipsism is the philosophical idea that you are the only one can be sure exists, because you can't remove your mind and put it into someone else, so how could you prove that everyone is as real as you? Most of my friends who work in IT, for the government, NASA, SpaceX, most of them believe we're in a simulation.
This reality here is a simulation. Science tells us this. This isn't really what we are. We're simply experiencing this from wherever it is we actually are. We know this, for example, because our brain isn't real either. Because science tells us that all physical objects, the entire physical world, is made up of lattices that are resonating and phasing in and out, so they're holographic. So if all physical objects are phasing in and out and are holographic, then our brain, which is also a physical object, is also doing the same thing. So our brain is simply the physical representation in this simulation of what we are. It's what we designed to be the avatar, to represent the complexity of what we really are.
People don't realize how much knowledge is actually kept secret in the Vatican archives. 85 kilometers of shelf space, 35,000 volumes of catalogs, logging over 1,200 years worth of records. By 2018, it claimed to hold the equivalent of 180 terabytes of data, said to mainly store documents relating to the Pope, internal accounts of the Church, and other significant historic records. But up until 1881, no one but the Pope's inner circle was even allowed inside, so who knows what's really hidden down there. Even today, the secret archive is not accessible to the public, but only to certain scholars and under the most bizarrely specific conditions that you could imagine. First of all, any living pope needs to have been deceased deceased for over 75 years before any documents collected during his time become available. Then, only academics who undergo a very thorough vetting process are allowed access, and also need to request special permission to anything they want to look at that can take months and may not always get granted. And even then, they wouldn't be able to just walk through and browse the archives to find what may be of interest. No, you need to specifically request the exact documents that you want to look at without ever stepping inside. Can you see how that might be an issue? 85 kilometers of shelf space. That's 2 marathons and will take the average person about 16 hours to fully walk through. Yet, they're required to request exactly the volumes they want to study from this monumental catalog without actually looking through it. And if we don't know certain volumes even exist, there's no way anyone can ask for it. Meaning, there is a lot of text down there that we will never know about. I'm not saying they're hiding secrets of, I don't know, Atlantis or the end of the world in these archives. Also not completely denying that they might be. But 35,000 volumes is an astronomical amount of information, and if they ever did want to keep something a secret, this would be the best place to hide.
Even horses can high-five each other. Don't you think glitches in the Matrix are happening more often? With a show like this, you might completely forget why you even came to the bar.
What if they got destroyed, right? The dinosaurs, but a few of them maybe de-evolved, or maybe some of them stayed around, went under, underground to survive. Now, dinosaurs are what? Just big lizards, right?
Right.
Now, what do we talk about? Who's running things, quote unquote? Lizard reptilians. Okay. So now, what if they stuck around this whole time? Now we're basically food for them. That's why they're keeping us around and everything else, because there's a lot of theories. I don't know where that theory came from, but that's the only thing that kind of makes sense to me. It's like, okay, you got these big ass lizards running around. Like, what if they're just like descendants of those people because they were here first?
2 points to go with that. One, the Mario Brothers movie.
Yes, man.
The old one. You remember that old one? Yeah. What did they talk about in that? The lizard people. They were living underground.
Yes.
Subterranean. They were all subterranean, and his whole thing was to make everybody de-evolve.
Right.
This is why all these primes are so crazy nowadays, because the standard is just, graduating high school and just getting by. A person with real goals will not justify spending $3,000 on prime, but won't spend $3,000 on an SAT prep.
My theory is, this is just my belief, I ain't got no data statistics to back this up, but I strongly believe there is a correlation between the extravagant primes and poverty.
Oh, of course.
The more extravagant the prime is, the more that you can bank on. That's probably a family that's in poverty.
Yeah, of course.
I know somebody personally that sold this company for almost $300 million. He sent his daughter to prom in a basic dress and a black Tahoe truck.
Oh, of course. But I guarantee she got a college fund.
Absolutely.
I guarantee she got a tutor if she needed that tutor in science in order to get her SAT up, or she needed that tutor in writing in order to, get into Harvard or Michigan or one of these top elite schools. They're going to justify spending that money. It's not even a thought.
That black box thing they have on airplanes where it crashes, just build the plane out of that.
Right.
What's that made of?
Well, how about parachutes for planes? How about one of those?
Parachutes for planes?
Yeah. If shit goes totally sideways, pull it, float down to the ground. Look at this one, it's coming down. Look at that, it works.
Oh, wow.
Into the twisted mind of a psychotic man who's being tormented by 2 grotesque female demons. So buckle up, because this story is a wild ride into the darkest corners of despair. Imagine a cold, dimly lit room filled with the clanking and hissing of steampunk machinery. The air is thick with an ominous presence, and the faint scent of burning oil and rust lingers. In the center of this mechanical nightmare, a man sits bound to an iron chair. His eyes dart around in terror, reflecting the chaotic dance of shadows cast by flickering lanterns. His tormentors are not of this world. 2 female demons with elongated tongues that snake and writhe like serpents circle him slowly. Their skin is a hyper-realistic texture, glistening and shifting as if alive. The air crackles with their malevolent energy, making each breath a struggle. The man's mind is a fractured landscape, a battleground. where sanity and madness wage war. Every whisper from the demons, every caress of their tongues against his ears drags him deeper into a pit of despair. Their voices are a haunting melody, a chorus of the damned that erodes his will. The room itself seems to come alive. Pipes and gears move with a sinister purpose, as if the machinery is feeding off his fear. Dark, oily tendrils snake out from the shadows, wrapping around his legs, his arms, tightening their grip with every pulse of his racing heart. He tries to scream, but his voice is swallowed by the oppressive atmosphere. The demon's laughter echoes, a chilling sound that reverberates through the room. They inch closer, their tongues flicking out to taste his fear, their eyes burning with an unholy fire. The man's reality is a twisted nightmare, a never-ending torment where escape is a distant, fading dream. The detailed machinery around him, with its intricate gears and dark, ominous lighting, becomes a part of his suffering. Each metallic creak, each hiss of steam, is a reminder of his inescapable doom. In this steampunk hell he has lost, a soul ensnared by demonic tormentors who revel in his agony. The more he struggles, the tighter the tendrils grip, pulling him further into the abyss. There's no happy ending here, no last-minute rescue, just an endless descent into darkness, where the boundaries between reality and nightmare blur. And the only constant is the man's unending terror. So next time you think your day is bad, just remember this poor soul trapped in a mechanical nightmare with no hope of escape. For more chilling tales and spine-tingling stories, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Until next time, stay safe and stay scared.
My bad. What was the last things that went through the minds of the people that jumped out the Twin Towers? That's hard. Damn. Black people. Their ankles. Alright. That's messed up, bro. Hey, that's messed up.
My wife told me the dishwasher was leaking.
So I sent her to the kitchen.
Now, so I bought her some tampons. Well, I'm sorry, Doggy. I'm sorry.
You guys wanted celebrity names named in the Diddy trial? Well, guess what? You're not getting them. You know why? Because the government is protecting the names of the celebrities right now. Oh, it gets really crazy today, you guys. So today, we find out that there was a freak-off party in Vegas where a guy named Anton, an escort that gets apparently allegedly passed around celebrity circles, was banging somebody, possibly a celebrity's wife, in January in Vegas. And there was 7 to 8 people just sitting around the hotel room watching, some that were celebrities. The defense attorney argued, we need to have these names public, otherwise this is not a fair trial. And Maureen Comey, the governor, was like, no, we have to protect these names. Why? Oh, it's the same thing she did during Ghislaine Maxwell. That's why we never got any names. So, people can speculate, but right now the judge decided to agree with Maureen Comey. We're not getting the names.
Okay, so they are claiming that this is the first time in history that humans have ever orbited over the poles in outer space. Now I'm going to show you a bunch of different things, but first off, didn't they say we've gone to the moon and we're on the way to Mars? So forgive my skepticism, I'm just wondering why this would be the first time that humans were able to navigate above the poles from, again, outer space. Now, it's actually really interesting because a video surfaced a while ago showing something questionable, allegedly, in the pole. So sorry about the quality and the bullcrap people have on their screens. Now, this video surfaced years ago. I remember when it came out, and I do not believe it's been properly debunked. And it's showing a massive vortex in the North Pole. Now, you might also know of a massive vortex in the North Pole from Saturn, the wandering star. And also the inner Earth stories from Admiral Byrd, where his private journal said he went inside of the Earth. So the question is this legitimate? And even farther, let me show you this. These are allegedly all the satellites that are up in space or low Earth orbit right now as we speak. You can literally go to a site like I did and show them live, supposedly flying around. If this was happening, would we not have the most undeniable 4K video evidence ever? And lastly, look how fast these things are allegedly moving. They are flying. Millions of square miles covered in seconds. So my question is simply this: where is all this extraordinary technology that we have?
And you sit there and you go, yeah, you have 100,000 people die of overdoses in this country every year. And by the way, calling them overdoses is not entirely accurate.
Poisoning is a good term.
Yeah, poisoning is more. I mean, when you're talking about the fentanyl thing, I mean, at least for me, when my whole life, when I thought of what the word overdose meant, what overdose meant to me was essentially like you become such a drug addict that you build up such a tolerance that you got to take so much drugs in order to get high that eventually you have to take so much that it kills you before you even get to like feel good. But that's not the same thing as someone thinking they're taking a Percocet and it actually has fentanyl in it and then they just kill themselves. That's not exactly an overdose.
That's
right?
a poison.
Yeah, you die.
I'll take 2. I'll take 3. Oh my gosh.
Oh, hi. Hey, Chooch. Hey, Chooch.
That's a little too close for comfort, lady.
Oh, damn.
Whoa.
What, you never seen a talking gargoyle before? Welcome to Illuminati headquarters. I mean, Denver International Airport.
Oh, they playing all into this, ain't they?
Hello? Do I know you?
Are you hungry?
Oh, I'm starving. You got anything for me? Those flowers look delicious.
Oh, it's because of the conspiracy.
Oh, it's because of the conspiracy. Look at me. I'm a little know-it-all. Will you get...
No, that thing's listening and watching everything you're doing. It's probably I don't know what it really is, in all honesty. But the fact that you could just walk by and say something and never respond to you like that is like, you know what I'm thinking too?
Get back over here. I got a question about this conspiracy. Did you have to buy an extra seat for your hat, sir? Sir, are you stealing a desk? Sir, you have resting, confused face. Do you have a favorite animal or pet?
A caterpillar?
A caterpillar? Wouldn't you rather have a gargoyle?
No!
Yes! You know, you can actually put the phone down and have a conversation with me. But no, I'm a millennial. I've got to post it. I've got to snap face it and Twitter book it. Excuse me, miss, I've got a stain that needs some polishing. Can I borrow your cleaning cart?
Oh, no. What is
I need your help. Guess what my favorite food is?
What?
No, I want you to guess.
Cumin?
Cumin. Yes, I love cumin.
I said human.
Oh, I thought you said cumin. I'm a real big spice guy. Furry hat guy, I can't believe you are wearing one of my friends.
Hey, this isn't your friend.
It used to be until you put it on your head, man.
How old are you?
Well, 243 years old now. I look good for my age, don't I?
Yeah, work out?
All the time. You should see my squats.
You're such a sweet talker.
Will you take me back home with you?
Let's go. I have some space in my backpack.
Actually, I think you have too much baggage for me.
This, my friends, is a story of terror, a tale of possession that will haunt your dreams. Do you believe in the devil now? Until next time, stay safe and keep the lights on.